Hey guys, Shinra013 back again with another episode of the Anime Filter for you. Today I am covering Akira, and my copy is the recent re-release they did from 2013, as opposed to the original release done in 1988 or 1990, I believe, was its English release. It is, of course, with that age, a bit of a very old school classic. For its time, it was considered one of the greatest animes to reach audiences and to really sort of help give birth to the Western perception of anime. As a film itself, it does leave a lot to the imagination, but of course it is also a sort of a compression and amalgamation of, I believe, about 50 manga titles that were its original story. The setting is basically a degree of weaponry has evolved as psychic or telekinetic abilities, so psychic weaponry, and a bomb of some such ability was dropped which sparked World War III. And the devastation that followed, there was then a attempt to rebuild from it where Neo Tokyo was born, and that is the setting for this movie. So you've got your breakdown of groups from the slums, gangs, upper class that live in the higher reaches of the city, as opposed to those struggling to survive in the ghetto or slums. It keeps touching on the development of the psychic abilities throughout the anime, as we're following our main character and his exposure to it, and beginning to develop, I guess, powers of his own. And the whole basis is leading back towards a just about total apocalypse, which, as things go, there's a high body count, and it ends up being, the sort of thing that near the end there are very few survivors. The art style is very much what you'd expect from something from 1990 or 88, I should say, but it does still hold its own well. With the Blu-ray re-release that I have, the English voice acting I thought was actually very decent. The animation quality for its age is fantastic, and it ends up making quite a good watch. Story-wise, it can be a bit much to take in at once, but like I say, it is a huge amalgamation of a very long-running story compressed into a single movie. Don't expect a completely resolved ending with it. That's all I'll say, is because that is how a lot of the animes of that style, that period, were, is they leave a lot for you to imagine and contemplate yourself. But I also see that as a good thing, because it does encourage you to think and dream rather than just accept that that was a happy ending sort of thing. Overall, I give it a 7 out of 10, but I also consider it one of the essential animes to watch. So regardless of whether you feel it's for you or not, it's one that you absolutely have to see. Decide then whether you want to collect it or not. So I hope this review was helpful to you. If it was, give me a like, and if you are enjoying my style or feel that I'm suitable to you, subscribe and see what else I review that you may like. Thanks again.